Hey! What are you doing? Alexa, bring it back. It's not funny.
Los vir Fikani. Hy het 'n meisie en stier.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Dis wat jy dink.
Okay, following the airing of Tuesday's episode of Seven de Laan this week, viewers of the show took to social media to express mixed reactions over the interracial kiss scene. Some of the comments sounded so negative that people wondered whether the concept of social cohesion is still pie in the sky in South Africa. So with us, we decided to invite some of the Seven de Laan team members. We've got Thandi Ramathesele, who is the executive producer of the show, and also the two actors concerned, Carina Nel, who plays Alexa Welman, and Nicholas Nkuna, who plays Fikani Chauke. Good to have both of you. And
Thank you.
Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us here on the
Thank
program.
you.
First and foremost, how was the kiss? Was it a good kiss? I mean, that's normally what we ask. You know, that's in 2019. Those are the kind of questions we should be asking. Did you enjoy the kiss?
Exactly.
Was it, a nice kiss?
Well, on set it's so strange. It doesn't feel like a kiss. So
I can imagine everybody watching. It doesn't. Okay, so let's get serious and get to the issue at hand here. So, Thandi, as the executive producer of the show, you kind of sat down and you guys decided this is the storyline and this is how we're going to take it.
Right.
Did you foresee what was going to happen with the audiences?
I must be honest that in a way, yes, because we've got a very huge social media following.
Yeah.
And we have a sense of the fact that there are conservative viewers because we see some of their comments, just not with this kind of storyline, but with other storylines. So we did anticipate that it would have been such a big issue from a media perspective. That is not really what we expected.
Yeah.
But we're still in South Africa, and if you think about all the other racial things that we've experienced on social media, you sort of have a sense that it might.
That it might.
Yes.
And it's quite interesting. Even though Seven de Laan is a soapy, it's not real life.
Yes.
But it does portray real life. And now we are suddenly getting a sense from viewers and from the people of South Africa that perhaps we are not as far in terms of the progression and social cohesion and the so-called rainbow nation than we thought we were.
Exactly.
So if I may, from the point, I'm going to get to you guys now, because I mean you're the main you're the main actors in all of this. But were there more negative or more positive comments coming through?
Well, there were more positives. In our view, the media took the negative side. But I think it is more of a story, really, I suppose, because even though it's a small component, the issue is why are those kind of people still there?
Yeah.
But overall, even when we measure, because we did have a poll on both our Instagram as well as our Facebook page, more than 70% of our viewers were for the kiss. By the way, you asked them a question earlier whether there was any sexual tension.
Yes.
We had built up the story because the characters, Dr. Fikani Chauke has been in the clinic with Dr. Alexa Welman over a period of time, and we've built it with a friendship. But the viewers were already feeling the tension.
They could feel this tension
and they were
building up.
pushing us themselves and saying, go, we want them together.
Yeah.
But that
happened,
conservative element, I think, was hoping it's not going to happen.
Okay. Right. So let's move on to our doctors at play here. So, I mean, when this happened, and I do particularly look at you, Carina, because I think you faced a lot of backlash over this one. I mean, from what I've been reading on the comments, and there was a lot of hatred sent towards you. I mean, I read one comment where somebody said, if I had a crush on you before, that's gone. I mean, how could you do something like this? Talk to me about the reaction towards you personally.
Well, I think like Thandi said, I actually experienced it more positive than negative. I mean, obviously there will always be people who have their negative opinions, but really those were, in the minority. So, I mean, this specific comment you mentioned was actually one of the most drastic comments I received.
That's as far as it went.
Yeah.
Can I draw an assertion that we may be blowing this out of proportion?
Yes. Well, from
your
the
side,
media
do you feel
side,
like we as the media are blowing this out of proportion, that the backlash wasn't as bad as we're making it out to be?
Look, from my perspective, yes.
Good. I'm happy.
Yes. But in a sense, maybe I would say also no, because I think this kind of experience for me, from a creative side, it says we need to tell more stories.
Yes.
So that people get used to it, so that it's no longer a story.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that it's still creating such a big issue, it means there's not enough of it on television.
Yeah. Nicholas, from your side, we've kind of got an idea. Carina saying that was maybe the most negative comment that she got. Was there a lot of negativity towards you, or not so much?
Also not so much, but because on Twitter we're all tagged in these conversations, that really I feel like I shouldn't be part of, because my job as an actor is to get in there, tell a story I believe in. I have a lot of friends who live in the UK, who live in America, who actually are in successful interracial couples. So for me, I was excited. I was like, yay, so here's the platform where we can really go with the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I did see a lot of, I think like Mam Thandi said, there's more positive, less negative, but also that those few comments that are negative are quite strong, like
And
the ones I've seen this morning.
Yeah.
I've seen some quite strong ones this morning where people are debating about, black person's lips are bigger. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, it's less, but I think for me, my main thing is that we are here. We've started this conversation, and I as an actor, I'm very excited to continue and further this conversation, so that then if it's not normal, it's 2019. Let it be normal.
Yes.
So this relationship obviously is going to continue. I mean, you guys have now run around a table, you have grabbed each other and kissed each other, and you've figured out he doesn't have a girlfriend. Now, are we going to grow this relationship?
They wouldn't know.
Come on, you might be a can of worms. You can't just let it end at the kiss.
I can tell you that our plan was to keep the relationship going.
Yeah.
Because, from a South African perspective, there's so much to tell because of these very things that we are discussing. I think it is our responsibility as people with these kind of platforms to tell those kind of stories, to begin to say, this is normal. That these are people, that they go through the same things that people of the same color in a relationship would go through. Because they're just human beings.
You know, we had John Carney on the program, and I know John Carney enjoyed and joined in the conversation. In fact, it was one of the highlights of my personal career. We came out of an ad break. I got up off my chair, and I went and I gave John Carney a big fat kiss on the lips. And I said to him, the last time this happened, you were arrested. And you were hated upon for this. And that pretty much so shows how far we came. Nobody had a negative reaction towards what I did. That was more real life than what you guys have portrayed. But just a final closing word from you. I mean, as an actress here, do you want to continue this? I mean, what is your message to South Africans in terms of some of the reaction that you did get to that? And even though you're saying it was more positive than negative, the negative hurts.
I think, we're telling stories that happen in society. It's your next door neighbors. It's real stories. It happens all over. For those people who are not that used to it, I think they should, watch more television and get out and.
Can we blame a conservative Afrikaans community that we're watching this and thinking, I don't want my children watching this. I don't want to grow up in a South Africa like this.
I don't want to blame anyone because, I don't really know where these comments come from. But, I think there are conservative people that maybe just,
need to open their
minds up.
Finally, let's get a closing word from you on this.
I think we're here. I think that's very much, we live in a diverse country, we are here. And that's the reality of what we have to face. And I think it's time that when I have my kid, it's important that I teach my kid that this is the society you're living in. Because I'm putting you in danger when I say, hey, run, but this is what you need to live in this box that one day will become, a weapon against you. I think we are here. Let's let's change the narrative. Let's become positive. Let's stay positive, and let's tell more of the stories.
So nice to have chatted about this.
Yeah.
In one word, we're going to end this quickly, I know, because I've got another guest here.
Yes.
Did you get more comments and reaction from the interracial kiss or the gay kiss?
Sure.
What had a bigger impact on South Africa?
You know, both of them actually went international. They've just had interviews with the BBC as well as with the London Times, and so did the gay kiss. So I think
They were on par.
they were on par.
Okay, thank you. There you go. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very
keep up
much.
the great work. You tell the real
Thank you
stories
so
of South
much.
Africa.
Thank you.
And you know what? This is how we change a nation.
Exactly.
By
Thank
telling the real stories.
Thank
you
you.
so much
Thank
for
you
coming
very
in.
much.
After the break, I've got to do this quickly. We have got a real-life interracial couple coming in. You saw their wedding. If you watch OPW, then you know who I'm talking about. So don't go anywhere. We got more. Stay tuned.